Hi, and welcome to Exploring Creativity, episode 9. So today I want to touch on another aspect of fear, because fear is just so prevalent and something that we just always have to figure out ways to address. So I'm going to take it from a different angle, which has to do with an article that I read this week by Carl Richards on the imposter syndrome. And Carl Richards is a financial planner who really made a name for himself by drawing very simple diagrams of complex financial concepts with a Sharpie marker on napkins or on cardstock. And he writes about how he also struggled, maybe probably continues to struggle with the imposter syndrome, which, if you don't know about it, basically has to do with this whole idea of who do you think you are? And why should anyone support you or pay you for what you do when it just comes so simply to you or looks so simple? And this feeling that we have that we're somehow pulling it over on people, that we're frauds, that we think that we're frauds and we're going to be found out and not be supported. So he writes about it, and he writes about kind of like what Elizabeth Gilbert wrote we talked about what she wrote in her amazing new book, Big Magic, about addressing fear and having fear always as a presence, but knowing where to put it. In her case, in the back seat of the car. So he says also, you have to name it. You have to know what it is and know that it's there. And so he basically just welcomes it, is what he says. He's when he feels it, he's like, oh, hi, old friend. All right, you're there. Got it. And continues on. Really, there's a lot of power in just addressing it, not hiding from it, not trying to whitewash it, not trying to ignore it, but just being there. But it kind of meshes with something else that I was reading in Elizabeth Gilbert's book this week. Actually, I've moved on to chapter 2. And she writes about the time where things shifted from people being thought of as having genius or creativity or whatever, artistry, to being geniuses. So instead of, Van Gogh having genius, he was told he was a genius, and that is a huge, huge responsibility. And I wonder if that has something to do with the whole imposter syndrome, that we're trying to convince ourselves and others that we are creatives, we are worthy, we are whatever, as opposed to we have genius, we have creativity, we have worth, just because we're part of this universe and we were given the gifts for them to be used in this world, not because we are, but because we have. So anyways, I'm throwing that out to think about. So whether that helps you address the whole ideas of fears, particularly in this case with the imposter syndrome, which I do think a lot of us struggle with. I know for sure I do. And I would love to hear about your thoughts about that. If you struggle with the imposter syndrome, if you think maybe shifting your own thinking of, it's not that I have to be something that is living up to this huge vision, as opposed to I have this gift that is flowing through me and out into the world. So let me know. Below there's space for comments. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the station so you get the updates. And if you're on the website, comments below. I would really love to hear what you think about this idea. And also subscribe to the newsletter so you get updates to every time I post up a new video. So let's keep the conversation going and have a great one. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.